Welcome to Nerd Talk, the podcast that talks about comics and everything in between. Now, here are your hosts, Dylan and Ian.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 20,000 subscriber special Nerd Talk podcast, because I just hit 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's awesome. Thank you, all you guys. I'll do a separate thank you video and everything as well, but this is just 20,000 subscriber Nerd Talk episode. Woo! Yeah. So, for this episode, we decided to do something different. We're going to be talking about The Killing Joke, because that's one of the few comics that we have both read.
It has nothing to do with the fact there's no comic book news this week.
Yeah, nothing to do with
that fact.
It's basically like all repeating the week before's news and stuff. Like Michael Shannon talked about how he likes to make jokes about Batman v Superman, make stuff up. And then like Matt Damon said something else about Batman, I think, and Bourne. So it was pretty much just repeating last week's news. Anyways, Killing Joke, you just read it for the very first time. What'd you think of it?
It was really short.
Oh, yeah. I think I've reread this comic more than others, and that's not because I like it more than any other, it's just because it's so short. Like, I just pick it up and read it whenever.
I kind of thought Batman was pretty useless in the book. Like, he kind of, like, conveniently disappears at the times you need him the most.
Like when?
Like, you know, Gordon gets caught, and then she gets shot.
Well, he's busy there talking to the fake Joker.
And, oh, yeah, he's so smart. Yeah, he's talking to the fake Joker. And then, like, he goes to the clown place where, I mean, he can't even figure that
Carnival.
out. He has to invite him
Or you
there.
could call it a clown place.
Well, you know, with all
Watch your foot. Watch your foot. It's gonna move the mic cord.
That was really weird about I really didn't like that part of the book, was like the little, like, minions or whatever Joker had.
That was creepy.
It was weird. Like, what were those? Who were they?
No, they were creepy when they're, like, just freaking whipping up on Gordon.
Yeah, so
taking him around everywhere.
That was kind of weird. And, like, Batman just shows up at the very end right when Joker wants him to, and then Batman just stops him and is like, I can help you, blah, blah, blah. And it was just kind of like, you really, like, could have helped Gordon a lot more. So,
are you saying that pretty much Batman just plays straight into Joker's hand?
Yeah, I mean, even at the end, I don't feel like Batman won, even though he technically won because he stopped him. It's kind of like, what'd you really do to help anybody in that comic?
Yeah, he didn't really do much. We can talk about the prologue as well, with that creepy kid just, like, planning on how to kill. Epilogue, whatever.
I didn't get that at all.
It's out of place, but it's just kind of there, that creepy kid that's just like, I'm gonna kill Batman. When he shows up, I'm just gonna shoot him in the head.
Like John Lennon, like the guy who killed John Lennon, like, just wanted to be known because he killed him. And, like, that's like what that kind of reminded me of. He just wanted to be known because he killed the Batman. Even though he was, like, a crazy, like, fan of his. But I thought it was really out of place. I didn't really get
it was.
The point of it with The Killing Joke.
The first time I read The Killing Joke, I was very confused. I was like, why do people like this book so much?
I mean, the Joker's really good, and I'm not...
Like, after reading it multiple times, I really do like it now, but the first time I read it, I was like, it's alright.
Like, Joker's really cool in it and stuff. It's just, you need, like, Batman there, and Batman just kind of, like, just doesn't do anything.
Well, yeah. Like, I really enjoy the book, but I will say it's overrated.
Back to the lackluster.
Do you think it's Do you think it's overrated?
Depends. If you're saying it's a Joker storyline and it focuses on Joker, it's not overrated. If you're saying it's a great Batman book, it's overrated because Batman doesn't really do anything.
It's a great book, but there are a lot of people that consider this like the best Batman book, and I would say that's not.
I'd say it's probably the best Joker book, but for Batman, it's not the best Batman book.
It's hard how you're saying that though, because of the fact that like this book's so short.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, it's Joker's story. It's all about Joker. And you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of if George Miller wrote a comic book. Because Batman's the main character, but it focuses more on the Joker than it does on Batman. Batman really doesn't do anything. He's just kind of there. And then, but everything's on the Joker. And so that's what kind of reminded me of if George Miller wrote a comic book.
Okay, I can see that. Well, yeah, been a Killing Joke. Because, like, I don't know, it probably is the best, it's the best Joker storyline. Probably.
It delves into his psyche and shows you why he is what he is.
If like you were saying, if you're talking solely Joker, then yes. But if we're talking like Batman and Joker, I think Endgame's better. Which a lot of people probably persecute me for, but because that's a better Batman and Joker storyline. This is a better Joker storyline. If people, like, if you guys know what I'm saying.
Is it better than Death in the Family?
What? Death in the Family? That's hard to say, too. Because, like, that was such a great Joker moment. Because in this, Joker does paralyze Barbara, but in that, he actually took Jason Todd's life. and that was kind of big. But this is more of a Joker
Barbara
story.
wasn't afraid. Barbara wasn't as scared at all.
Well, she was crying when she woke up on the medical bed.
Oh, I'd be scared.
I know, I would be too, but I'm saying, like, everyone's like, she wouldn't be scared, she's Batgirl.
Yeah, she would be scared.
Like, what about the time where Jason Todd's, like, crying while being beat with a crowbar? What about that?
Exactly.
It was like, no, we'll just pass it. That variant cover was really cool looking, too.
It was amazing. I was going to buy that until they...
Yeah, and you don't even like Batgirl.
No, I can't stand Batgirl, but... I was going to buy that variant cover.
That's one of the huge effects that Killing Joke had, was the fact that it turned Batgirl into Oracle. Batgirl, I could really care less about. She's alright. Oracle is awesome. Oracle makes a difference in the DC universe. Batgirl's just kind of there.
When you read this storyline, though, you really can, like, see how the Joker is and see, like, why his mind's so twisted and how cool he is.
Assuming this is the actual origin.
But it has... Like,
and him not lying. It probably is, but DC will never tell us.
DC won't tell us, but I'm going to accept it as the origin. Cause
same here.
But Batman, like, I just read it, and I remember Batman doesn't really, like... His detective work is, like, he's always, like, 3 steps behind. Like, and then, like, the only reason...
Well, this was before the days he had, like, the supercomputer where he could just enter anything in, and it did all the detective work for him.
Even when he has to wait for the Joker to give him a ticket to know where he's at.
How can two people hate so much without knowing each other? Well, that's what Batman just said.
And then Commissioner Gordon, he's too much of the good guy in the book. Like, no, we gotta do it by the book. We gotta show him what's right.
Yeah, I was like,
Come
Gordon,
on, you go beat him up for
that was unrealistically good guy. That's like, I don't even know if Superman would do that during that point.
That was too much.
Like Superman and Captain America would probably be like, yeah, this guy deserves to be dead.
Gordon should have been going to kill him. Batman stopped Gordon to show that Batman's the moral compass.
I changed that because Superman thought Lois was dead, and he didn't kill that one. He didn't kill Manchester Black. But that's besides the point. But because, like, during that, his daughter gets just paralyzed, and then he takes naked pictures of her, and a lot of people, feminists are like, he raped her. No, he didn't. Joker I always saw him as an asexual character. He doesn't care. He just ripped her clothes off and took pictures to get to Gordon.
Yeah,
he didn't rape her. I don't think he let his men have their way with her. I don't think any of that happened. That's just like feminists saying that because they want to hate on the book.
Yeah, it's not. He paralyzed her because he wanted to mess with Gordon. That was the whole point of the book.
Yeah, and he took the pictures.
I don't think there's a better Joker quote than when they're going through the tunnel of love with Gordon. He's over the intercom doing the whole thing about moving river. I think that's the best.
Then when Troy Baker did that whole monologue, that was great.
I think that's the best. The best Joker talk is in this. Oh,
Joker dialogue, yeah. Alan Moore killed it. Although if you ask Alan Moore, he'll probably say how much he hates it.
But for Batman, Batman's just it's a George Miller comic book. I mean, Alan Moore wrote it, but if George Miller wrote a comic book, that's how it'd be.
Because there's way too much dialogue in this for George Miller.
But Batman's the main character, who's the side character in his own book.
Yeah, and that aspect, it's like Mad Max. But
even Commissioner Gordon's more of a character than Batman, because Batman just like shows up later, like, what's going on? We gotta find him. We found him. Oh, he already did everything he wanted to do to you. Like. I don't know. I thought like Batman was kind of useless in his own book.
Except he played straight into Joker's hands. I think he did everything Joker wanted him to do.
He did. It was really.
Hold on, the phone's ringing, and we're back. But like I was saying, I think Batman just played straight into the Joker's hand.
Well, he did. Even at the end, Joker pulls a gun on him and just goes bang instead of actually shooting him. So Joker could have killed him. It's just Joker just wanted to show him. I think everyone talks about how like it was to make Gordon. Go crazy, which it was, but I think it was more to show Batman that no matter what happens, like, this is the only way Joker can live, and like he wants Batman to see the other side of life, and Batman just refuses to see it, even though Batman basically lives it, because he's crazy, just the same as the Joker, just he has a different motivation.
Yeah.
So Batman's blinded by
They're pretty much two sides of the same coin.
His own sense of justice, but. Like, that's the thing, like, Joker could, at any time, he could have just, like, basically killed Batman.
Who do you think had the more horrific origin, Batman or Joker?
Joker. Joker had the more horrific origin.
Yeah, because his wife and his child died. Well, his not born yet child died, and then he got thrown into a vat of chemicals.
I think your parents dying would scar you for life, but, I mean, you have someone there for you, and you have a chance to grow up and get through that. You're not already set in your life, and this was a guy trying to make his way in his life. He found the love of his life, and then she was just taken from him, and he was trying to do everything he could to...
Along with his unborn child.
Yeah, do everything he could to support her, and it was just all of a sudden it was just all ripped away from him.
Yeah, that
Which I think makes him more. I think that makes him crazy. Not the acid. Everyone like talking about the acid mess. I don't
the
think
chemicals.
I think the acid and the chemicals just gave him his look. But his craziness comes from the fact that everything that happened to him now he can't see life as having meaning anymore. There's no point to it for him, and that's why he just goes around, doesn't really care if he dies or lives or whatever.
I think the chemicals just helped him take that one extra step. Like, I look the part, I don't have anything else, and that's it.
Yeah, but I think his character is so much better if it's just he went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
the chemicals didn't help. It was just he saw how bleak life was.
That's my thing with Batman, is like, his parents died, that sucks, it's terrible and everything, but he has the greatest father in the world in Alfred, and he just treats him like dirt. And he's got billions of dollars. It's like, you know, he's not completely alone.
I mean, everyone's parents die eventually, so you're gonna get over that eventually. I mean, but like he really just sulks all the time. So I mean,
'cause he's Batman. But what was your favorite part? Well, no, I think we already went over the Joker dialogue.
Yeah, it was a ton of love part. That him talking to Gordon stuff and just going back through stuff is so. Even for anyone to listen to, it's like, yeah, you can look back on memories and it really sucks to think about some stuff. It's like, it really, I mean, I can think back on my own life. Like, memories are dangerous. They're vile, repulsive little brutes like children. It's just, I'm sorry if any of you are children, but
just quoting Joker there.
Said it, not me.
Quoting Joker.
It's such a good. Because it has.
It makes Joker more of a relatable character.
Yeah, it also has so much meaning to life, and you can see that this crazy guy has meaning, and what he says actually rings true. So you're like, damn, I could actually, maybe I could have gone crazy like Joker could have, you know?
Yeah, because that's the thing is the fact that
it changes your perspective on why Joker is why he is, and how he's so crazy, and that's why Joker to me is my favorite villain, because not because he's a Batman villain. I mean, they're perfect complements to each other. But because he's so much different than every other character, yet whatever he says has some type of I don't want to say moral compass, but it has somewhat truth to it, where you're like, you know, I understand what he's saying, I understand where he's coming from. You know, life really screwed him up. It wasn't like Lex Luthor, you know, Superman, something happened to their thing that made Lex hate Superman. Or it wasn't like Sinestro, where Hal came to his world and was like, well, you did this and made him enemies. Joker, it wasn't Batman. Well, I mean,
Sinestro was enslaving a world.
Yeah, he was.
Let's be honest there.
Chaos.
Sinestro was in no way a good guy. He was enslaving an entire planet.
He's not always a bad guy. He just thinks what he does is like...
I think if you enslave a bad guy, that marks you as bad guy forever. If you enslave a planet.
You enslave a whole planet? Yeah, probably. Although you gain a Green Lantern again, remember?
Yeah, because the Guardians are idiots.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to Killing Joke.
There ain't much you can talk about. It's only
it's a short book, but what the scene where he busts in and paralyzes Barbara is great. Like, it's just out of nowhere. Busts in, paralyzes Barbara, starts taking pictures of her, and then just takes Commissioner Gordon out. It was like, all of that happened so quick. And I love the art in this book fits it perfectly.
The art is
I loved it.
The art is really popping. It's eye popping. That's one thing I noticed. Like, I love like Ethan Van Sciver and Ivan Reis and stuff like that. But the art in this book like pops off the pages to you. You can definitely tell the feel it has.
And I love how the flashbacks are in black and white, but there's still some color
like
to
the
it.
Red cape and stuff.
Yeah, like I thought that was really cool. And again, the scene where he busts in and you see all it is like a silhouette, and you see his eyes, and you see the Hawaiian shirt and everything, and the gun. It was like, that's great. And that scene, like the art right here, where Barbara wakes up, she looks terrified.
She is terrified.
I know, I'm saying...
No one in their right mind would not be terrified.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the art there is perfect, displaying how Barbara feels.
Like, the only person that wouldn't be terrified would be someone, like a psychopath or someone that doesn't feel emotion or something.
Or like Matt Murdock or Hal Jordan would be the only two I could see.
Yeah.
Because those are the two without fear.
Well, would Matt Murdock even know what's going on? Just get shot, like... well, you probably hear the camera clicking, but...
Like, just, you see Joker's beady little eyes when he opens that door. Because, I mean, Barbara just goes to open the door, she's having a good day with her father, and then all of a sudden, just paralyzed, and her life changes forever.
I mean, it's a really good, well done story.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's a Joker story. It's not a Batman story. Which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just people say that this is the best Batman story.
Yeah, and it's not. It's the best Joker story, but it's not the best Batman story.
Yeah. For their relationship, I don't know if I can say like maybe like Joker's relationship to everyone is the best in that, but between him and Batman, there's really not enough dialogue to say between him and Batman.
Like the few moments of dialogue there is between the two, it's great.
Yeah, but there's hardly any. Like, what is it? At the very end,
well, at the very beginning, I think it's like a recorded message.
Oh yeah, but that's when he's talking to the other Joker, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's still Joker talking. Technically, it's pretty good.
I thought that was just Batman talking in the beginning.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, because that guy did the same thing. He's like, he told me to say something.
Yeah, it is.
And then you go into like the whole backstory and stuff.
Yeah, that carnival was so creepy.
Yeah, especially when he kills that dude on like the little like kid ride, and he just stays there for the whole time. He shows the Joker has no sense of like moral or anything anymore.
Yeah. Then that scene where they tell him his wife's dead, where the cops come in and they're like,
"There's a jerks."
Yeah, your wife's dead. That was, man. You can just like this, again. The art's great at expressing how he feels right there.
Everything's good in that. I mean, the Joker. It's the best Joker book you're ever gonna get.
Yeah, it is.
Like that's what makes me even more disappointed now when I go back and I read Death of the Family. It's like
you read one issue.
Yeah, but I don't.
And it was the final issue, which was the most disappointing part of it. The rest of the story was really good.
You agree with me on that part.
Yes, the final issue of Death of the Family. We could like try to cover like every Joker story on here, but because Death of the Family is a good storyline, but the ending is very disappointing because nothing happens.
No, literally.
The whole point of the book was for nothing to happen, and it
was for them to get mad at each other, right? And there'd be no more Bat Family.
Like the whole point of it was so Joker could like tell him everything the reader already knows, which is no matter what Joker does, no matter what boundaries he crosses, Batman will never kill him. Us as readers 100% already know that, but the Bat Family doesn't. Bat Family's like, he won't do it to Joker even if he took all our faces? That's stupid. And then at the end there, when he's like
driving over the waterfall.
Yeah, and then he's like, I know your name, Joker, and then Joker drops to his assumed death but isn't dead. But obviously he didn't know his name because he asked the Mobius chair, like, what is Joker's name? He's like,
Who do you think it is?
I don't know. What do you think it is?
I don't think it's anybody. I think it just did that to mess with you.
Same here, like, but I'm gonna do I gotta find a theory on it. Like, I gotta figure something out.
You gotta think it's gotta be someone.
But
Batman.
DC will never tell us. DC doesn't have any clue on it.
No, well, of course they're never gonna tell you. Everyone's part of the Joker.
Yeah.
But the thing is, okay, if Batman was that shocked, it had to be someone Batman knew or a friend of Batman. But then again, when Batman
was he shocked?
He was like, "Oh God, no," or something, right? He was like, "Oh."
I don't remember that. I got the issue over there.
Where is it?
It's in one of those bins.
Give me your phone.
What?
Let's look this up right now.
I might have it digital. I think I got it digital here. I can just pull it up on Comixology.
I'm pretty sure he's like, "Oh God, no, it can't be." So if that's what he says, then he.
I thought it was just like or something.
No, I'm pretty sure he goes, "Oh God, no, it can't be."
So here, let me see. Yeah, sign in. Keep talking. I'm trying to find the issue on Comixology.
So
I think I got it.
My theory would have to be like a friend of Batman or something that he knew. But then again, when he kind of figured that, if like all of a sudden this friend just went missing for no reason.
I think it's Thomas Wayne.
No.
No.
That'd be stupid.
That would be. Dr. Hurt was almost Thomas Wayne, but he's not.
Who's that?
He's a guy that Grant Morrison used a lot.
I don't know who that is.
He turned out to be like one of Batman's like long lost relatives that like worshipped Satan.
Man,
That's how he like lived for so long.
That is kind of really weird. That is really weird. I don't understand how so many people do comics. It's kind of like.
You haven't even read a Grant Morrison story, but it is very confusing to read now.
Oh, that's right. That's not Grant Morrison. That's Alan Moore. I keep thinking that's Alan Moore.
Let's see. I can't hear them to answer to everything. Who killed my parents? Yes, just okay. And then it just says, "Oh, what's the Joker's name?" He says, "No, that's not possible."
Okay, see, it was something like that. Then like,
it had to be someone that's like dead.
No. Technically. I mean, that leaves it so much wide open for possibilities. Was it a family friend? What if it's Alfred?
Alfred just changes into Joker.
Like the next episode of Batman goes home and kills Alfred.
Oh.
Just murders. I know it was you!
He doesn't kill though.
He doesn't see Alfred as a person, so.
Alfred's just like a Woodhouse.
Alfred just is
And
a
he's
robot.
just like Archer. That's the way it is. He treats him just like Archer treats Woodhouse. Just Alfred's not a heroin addict, as far as we know.
So I mean that'd be pretty funny, but
That'd be pretty funny. Batman just murdering
tell me that would
Alfred.
be a funny issue. Like everyone's kind of like,
Be a disturbing
I
issue.
know, but
Alfred couldn't be afraid, man. Couldn't be afraid. He had to
Alfred could be afraid.
Oh yeah, Alfred could be because he's a guy.
yeah. Well, who do you think it would be? No, that's not possible.
Huh. Not possible.
Well, I bet the chair's like a smart aleck. It's the guy you pushed over in the Ace Chemicals play.
Oh,
Chair's a smart aleck.
yeah.
You don't tell his name.
There's that dude he punched into the chemicals, nice chemicals.
Why doesn't one of the other people go to the chair and ask?
What? Because they're not in the chair.
So why don't they go in the chair?
What? Because they're not gonna. It's hard to get someone out of the chair.
So Batman's still in the chair to this day?
Yes, he's in the. Well, we don't. Not. The timeline's all weird.
That's why I hate how many separate books everyone has.
That's because DC says continuity. They said story over continuity, which is like whatever. I'm okay with it because that way.
I don't like that.
Like I want continuity, but at the same time, I'm like okay, at least I get like a good
That's one thing
Superman
I
here.
can say I'm happy about the Star Wars, even though they erased everything. Is now everything's more in continuity, where you know more stuff than. I mean, now they're going crazy with the comic books and everything, which kind of. But everything they reset everything, so everyone was like, okay, we know what's in continuity. Like when DC did their whole New 52, it's like, well, what was continuity? It's it's.
Well, New 52 had everything straight, and then they got everything complicated again, and they're like story over continuity. Anyways, who did you think Joker is? You were telling me when I first saw it, you were like, it's Dick Grayson's father. It can't possibly be Dick Grayson's father.
Did I say that?
Yes, it couldn't because of when Joker showed up. It couldn't possibly be his father.
But when does Joker first show up?
Huh?
When does Joker... In continuity, when does Joker first show up?
Right, and New 52 right now? I don't know when he first shows up. Does he show up before Dick Grayson is Robin? I don't know, like, the New 52 timeline's so weird because Dick Grayson was Robin for a very short period of time. And he became Robin when he's like 15. He's like way older than he normally is.
I don't know who it could be. I honestly think they just did that to mess with readers. Just to get all these Reddit forums going on. Who could the Joker be?
Yeah, I don't think they have an idea, but who do you think it is?
It's hard to say when they don't give you any evidence. I mean...
True, the world's greatest detective couldn't figure it out.
Obviously, he just
Which
did.
basically just means guy with the world's greatest computer. It's Batman.
What if it's like Sherlock Holmes from like he was raised back to life?
That'd be cool. Like, I'd take that origin.
And he went crazy, and that's what...
If it was Sherlock Holmes as Joker, I'd take that origin.
I mean, that sounds a pretty cool origin to me.
It does.
On the rights to the character.
Well, they do all the films for Sherlock. WB does, I think.
Yeah, you're right, but I don't know if DC, because he's got book rights and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
he showed up in Batman: The Brave and the Bold. Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so that's well, I don't know. Who do you think it is? Joe Chill.
I think he's the Joker.
I think Uncle Ben from Spider-Man.
It's Uncle Ben. That's why he never came back.
Yeah.
So it's the Joker. The Joker. The Joker. The Joker. Who is the Joker?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Carrie Kelly.
Oh my gosh.
Dang. I don't know who the Joker is. I don't even have, like, an idea. I need to, like, research and figure out who I think the Joker could be. But as of right now, it's just
Your
like...
research is gonna lead you nowhere.
Yeah, probably. Maybe I could connect some dots and do some far reaching. I don't know.
Maybe it's Tyler Durden from Fight Club.
Tyler Durden. They're doing Fight Club 2 in the comics.
Oh, I heard about that. It's stupid.
For the dude who, like, wrote it. I don't know. I heard it's pretty good. I need to read it.
How can you redo Fight Club?
Not redo, sequel.
How can you sequel Fight Club? Someone else goes crazy and makes up a character?
No, because he owns that whole
Spoiler.
corporation. Fight Club came out years ago. If you haven't seen it, it's your own fault. But he owns... Stop scratching yourself.
Sorry.
You can hear everything over the mic.
See how mean he is, everybody?
Well, like, when I listen to the podcast, I'll hear you playing with Legos or something. It's annoying. Just stop. Anyways, at the end of Fight Club, he owns that whole, like, terrorist organization. Remember?
Yeah.
And he's with the chick he was banging the whole time.
Yeah, I forgot.
So you can do a Fight Club too easy. And now he's gonna like do a lot of more bombings and stuff.
I think it's Wolverine after he loses his powers and has adamantium ripped from his skin. Wolverine comes over to the DC universe.
That didn't happen. He didn't lose his powers and have adamantium.
In order to go from Marvel to DC, he had to lose his powers and have his adamantium ripped off.
So they're saying the Wolverine that died?
So yeah, one day you're gonna see like Joker just pull out claws and kill Batman.
That'd be cool.
Surprise, mother!
Okay, back to the Killing Joke.
There's nothing more to talk
Yes, there
about.
is. Do you think Batman killed Joker?
No.
Because obviously, originally he did. Because the book's called The Killing Joke. That is like the whole purpose of Batman showing up. He doesn't do anything else till the end.
I don't think
Why do you think he starts laughing? He's like, Jim Gordon may, want justice for you, but I'm just gonna murder you. That's why he's laughing, and he just kills him.
I think the Killing Joke is it's showing.
And it's Alan Moore. Someone big has to die in the book.
Why does he always kill someone in his books?
Well, Watchmen.
I didn't read Watchmen. It looks way too big of a book.
You need to read Watchmen. Once you get past like the first half, it gets really good. Up until then, there's some stuff that's just like,
That's gonna take a long time.
Yeah, it's like as big as The Cobra's Last Laugh, which took you forever to
That
read,
book is bigger.
literally
This
months.
book is bigger. No, I don't think he killed him. Even though it's called The Killing Joke, I think it's called The Killing Joke because
Cause why?
Joker died and became Joker. Like, that was the joke. The whole joke is his life.
That's what you think?
Yeah, like, he lost
But it's called
his life.
Batman the Killing Joke.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't just call it The Killing Joke because it's Batman's book.
You could just call it the Killing Joke. You could just plain be Killing Joke. The Killing Joke. That's
I don't think Batman
Batman the Killing Joke. Why do you think the cover of this?
I think it'd be cool if he killed him, but I don't think he killed him.
I think he did, but then DC's like, this book's good, we'll make some of it canon, so it's like, oh, he didn't kill him. But originally, I think Alan Moore was like, okay, this guy's going to straight up be
Well,
dead.
obviously
Grant Morrison was saying he thought he died.
Well, obviously, it's obviously just to play with your mind, because they didn't tell you in the book. They didn't straight up come out and say.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know if they even knew. But I don't think he killed him. I just don't. I think it's just to mess with your mind, and that the book, The Killing Joke, was about Joker.
But all of a sudden, laughing just plain stops.
Yeah, probably because he punched him.
He punched him straight in the throat.
It's not the throat, it's the chest.
So how does that... Here, he punches him, like, right... That
That will stop you from laughing.
stop you from breathing,
You
too.
don't see any blood on the ground.
Yeah, you don't have to. He just crushed his windpipe or something. You just stopped him from plain breathing. Or he just went like that and just, took his hand.
I just listened to a medical examiner talking about how hard it is to crush a windpipe, so that would not crush your windpipe.
He's freaking Batman. Batman can bench way more than, like, any human can.
Kill Superman.
Batman... No, he can't. He can't. So, anyways, I think he killed Joker, though.
If Joker did that to Lois Lane, would Superman kill him?
Joker did what? Well, no, because he thought Manchester Black straight up murdered her, and he didn't kill Manchester Black.
That's why I love the Injustice thing, how Batman, he goes and kills Joker, Superman. It's
Yeah,
like,
that was so stupid.
What?
They made Superman a complete idiot.
I'm not saying they didn't, I thought it was cool.
You really can't tell the difference between your life and Doomsday. I don't care how, like, out of it you are, because they did the same thing with Wonder Woman, where he thought, like, Wonder Woman was, in the book, in Injustice, he thinks that Lois Lane is Doomsday.
Why?
Because Joker messed with his mind. Or some stupid crap. They did the same thing during Infinite Crisis, to where he thought Wonder Woman was Doomsday. It was like, okay, maybe because Wonder Woman can punch you back, but you really think Doomsday's not going to get a single hit on you. You think you could figure that out or something.
They are compromising Superman's character.
But then he's a complete idiot. Well, that's because it's Injustice. Injustice is like, hey, you know the storyline that's been done 1,000 times? Yeah, the one where Superman turns evil. Let's do it again. It's like, okay, the comics are pretty bad too. Like, a lot of people like them, but I've read them. They're so flip-floppy.
Really?
Like, it's kind of like an excuse to have a new person that normally wouldn't beat up Superman. Like, they had, like, Black Canary do it, Alfred do it, and it's just like, okay, just do it. They had, like, Harley Quinn beat Lobo. It's like, what is this? It's so stupid. And, because, like, when Alfred beats Superman, it makes no sense, because it showed in the game the Kryptonian pill makes you, like, able to withstand more, but in that, it, like, makes Alfred super strong and everything, he just, like, beats the crap out of Superman. Anyways, back to the Killing Joke. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of content in this book.
It's not.
It's
Besides
very...
Joker's dialogue, you don't have very much.
This part. Just look at that. Love how Batman just immediately tackles Joker. Look at that. Like, they stare at each other in the face, and Batman just tackles him.
I know, that was just like, you're gonna stop you.
I love how master martial artist, his plan of attack is like, just tackle him. He jumps like a good 10 feet in the air, too. Look, if Joker's like 6 foot, look how much higher he jumps than him. Batman.
Maybe he like parkoured on the cage and then jumped off the cage.
But look at the trajectory of how where he's coming from. He went.
Optical illusion.
He jumps like a good 10 feet in the air with his body flat and just tackles Joker, and then he just gets like acid on the arm and Joker gets away. Not very good there.
How come Batman doesn't have like Joker repellent like he has shark repellent?
Then he hugs naked Jim Gordon.
I know.
As soon as Batman touches him, Jim goes, "Oh God! Oh God!" The whole time he's naked in the cage, he's not screaming or anything. As soon as Batman touches him, "Oh God!" I let go with Batman. I don't think if I was Jim Gordon, I would have told him anything. I wouldn't have said killed him. I wouldn't have said take him in by the book. I would have just left it up to Batman.
I would say go kill the SOB. That's what I would have said.
I just left it up to Batman. And the whole scene going through the funhouse is pretty cool.
Yeah, but even that, you think Batman's got the upper hand, then Joker pulls a gun on him at the end and just goes bang.
I wish more bad guys would do this maneuver, where he just took his fingers and stuck them in Batman's eye holes of the cowl and just pulled down.
Mixed martial artist, though.
Yeah, like, no! And then just smacks him on the head with that piece of wood.
But the whole point, Joker doesn't even try and kill him. That's the only thing that really frustrated me about the Joker. They never tries to kill Batman. That's what frustrates me.
He does sometimes, but when he wants to kill Batman, it's by his certain terms. He doesn't want to just straight up shoot him in the face or something. He wants to have a certain thing. That's what I'm saying. Arkham Asylum highlighted that really well. Which how the whole thing was a setup to get Batman to the end party where he could kill him.
That's what annoys me about Joker, though, is that he won't kill Batman. Like, maybe like the first 5 times you try and do it your way, and then eventually I understand like the whole point of Joker is like he doesn't want to be without Batman. I get that. Everyone says
without
that.
Batman, life has no punch.
Then why are you even trying to kill him though? What's the point?
Because then he succeeded and he can live happily ever after.
He can't live happily ever after.
He can because in all the storylines to where like Batman's died or something, it was never Joker who did it. If Joker does it his certain way, everything will be fine. Joker can live happily ever after because he completed his goal. But unlike in Dark Knight Returns, to where he just... And the phone's ringing again. And we're back again. But anyways, Jim Gordon is like the sanest man in the world. Alan Moore's Jim Gordon. Because we see like Frank Miller's Jim Gordon cheats on his wife in year 1. But this Jim Gordon won't even give permission to kill Joker.
Well, we've already established Frank Miller's just kind of off the deep end.
Yes, but Alan Moore is like off the other deep end, like off the shallow end. I don't know, but like they're like the way Jim Gordon is in this book. He's unrealistically good guy.
Yeah, he's beyond reasonable.
Like no one would have their daughter who's been paralyzed and then got naked pictures taken of her, and then would just be like, you know what, bring him in by the book, so that way he can just escape again. And Batman's just like, okay, Jim, and breaks his neck. Or, like, just crushes his windpipe or something.
Or it doesn't kill him.
Because look at that, especially on the cover, they highlight it really good. You can see. Because on the hardcover, I just took off the covering of it because I think that I didn't care for the normal cover. The hard, like, when you have, like, just playing the hardcover, it looks really cool because it's Joker laughing, Batman punching him. It's awesome. What are you laughing about?
He just want Batman to kill Joker.
He killed Joker in this book.
You think so?
He did, because it was originally supposed to be out of canon, but then DC's like, we should make this canon. I'm glad they did.
How many issues was that?
I think it was just a one-shot story.
Oh, okay.
But
that'd be like
yeah, it was just a one-shot story. It wasn't any issues. It just came out in the hardcover. But yeah, like the scene. What did you think about the scene where Red Hood gets punched into like that? Well, he didn't get punched.
It was just sad.
But fell to the ass.
I was like sad the whole time I was reading the Red Hood storyline.
Was this the first time a comic has made you feel sad?
No, but
what's comic made you feel sad before this?
Green Lantern.
When
Kyle Rayner's girlfriend. No, I was happy with that part.
a lot of people hate that.
I'm glad I liked it.
When his girlfriend gets shoved in a refrigerator?
Yeah, I hate Kyle Rayner.
Rainer. Why do you say Rainier?
Whatever.
It's Rainer. It is clearly Rainer. It's not Rainier.
When Hal has to go his mom's dying, and he wants to go see her, but his mom said she'll never see him as long as he's in the Air Force because what happened to his dad. So he goes and he punches his commanding officer, so he gets what do you call it, from the Army or from the
Dishonorably
Air Force.
discharged?
Yeah, he gets discharged, and so he goes to see his mom, and she dies like 5 minutes before he gets there.
Ooh.
It was like super sad.
That sucks. Poor Hal.
Yeah, it was like, no, it's so sad. Cause like he hadn't talked to her since he was 18, since the day he went and signed up for the recruiting office.
But yeah, what'd you think of the whole scene? I really enjoyed it.
I was sad during it.
Oh yeah, it was sad because like this guy, you know, his wife's dead and everything, and so now he just goes, still going through with these guys to make money. Just ends up falling in. Batman, granted, Batman looks creepy in the flashbacks.
He kind of looks creepy the whole.
Oh, true, he does.
The whole book. Like that's the only art problem. Like especially at the end of the book, he looks really creepy.
I think that's the point, though, is to show you like from Joker's point of view.
Show you how crazy Batman is.
Yeah, about how Batman looks. Batman is undoubtedly a crazy person. Honestly, this is probably like the best art of the entire book. The art's amazing throughout the entire book. But when Joker emerges with the green hair and he just got his hands in his hair, put the Han Solo blaster down. Whenever we're recording the podcast, Ian picks up anything near him and starts playing with it, and you'll hear it on the podcast a lot of the time. That's what annoys me. If you didn't hear it on the podcast, it wouldn't bother me. But the mic picks it up, and it's just annoying.
I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry.
I hear you moving in the chair too.
I'm sorry, people.
But yeah, like you're talking about that one guy. Let's just look at it, when he killed him earlier on top of the pink elephant. He's still there. Batman. I love how Batman doesn't even check on the guy. Or anything.
That's one I really didn't like. The Batmobile looks really stupid in this book.
Oh, Batmobile looks terrible.
Yeah, it looks really retarded.
It's a pretty bad. Look at the front piece.
I know. Like you put your face on the front of it.
It's like it looks pretty bad because the '60s Batmobile was awesome, and that thing doesn't look even close to the '60s Batmobile. Because I don't know why I brought up the '60s Batmobile, but I did.
I don't know why either. The coolest Batmobile is the one from Arkham Knight was pretty cool.
The Keaton Mobile's awesome. The '60s Mobile's awesome.
Yeah, of course, the '60s Mobile's awesome.
The '60s one is like an awesome car that they just put a cool paint job on, which I'm fine with. Still Batman.
Still Batman.
Let's see. Okay, you know what? I think I should read Joker's final joke. Hey. You know, it's funny. The situation, it reminds me of a joke. See, there were these two guys in a lunatic asylum, and one night they decide they don't like living in an asylum anymore. They decide they're going to escape. So they get up to the roof, and they're just across this narrow gap. They see the rooftops of the town stretching away in the moonlight, stretching away to freedom. Now, the first guy, he jumps right across with no problem. But his friend daring to make the leap, you see? He's afraid of falling. So then the first guy has an idea. He says, "Hey, I have my flashlight with me. I'll shine it across the gap between the buildings. You can walk along in the beam and join me." But the second guy, he just shakes his head. He says, "What do you think I am, crazy? You turned off when I was halfway across." And then they all start laughing. That's a pretty good joke.
I guess, if you think.
I thought it pretty funny.
It was funny.
You don't think it's funny?
It's funny the first time you read it.
Did you say it's not funny?
It's just funny the first time you
read
it.
It is.
And then after that, kind of.
Well, it's like any joke.
Loses its steam.
It's any joke. It's funny the first time you hear it. It was funny enough to make Batman laugh.
Figure out who the Joker is. He's a Master Chief.
Anyways.
That game looks so good. If any of you want to buy me an Xbox One, I'd be super appreciative because I'm a huge Halo fan. I don't have an Xbox One.
Get a P.O. box.
Get a P.O. Also, I get like 4 Xbox Ones.
So, do you think Batman was laughing at the joke or the fact that he just straight up murdered Joker and he thought that was funny?
I think he was laughing at the joke, and he was also laughing at, like, I think Batman in that moment sees Joker for who he is and sees him why he is.
Yeah, because like this is one moment where you see Joker as a person.
That's why I think he sees why Joker is crazy. And Joker's crazy.
Like, just look at the facial expressions. He doesn't look like a crazy person anymore. He looks like a normal person laughing.
Well, I mean that panel.
What? No, he doesn't. Because look at that. His eyes look more innocent than he normally does. You gotta admit that.
I guess.
Look at that. He looks more like a normal person than he ever has throughout this entire book. Like normally he just look at that. He goes from that just straight up crazy eyes to looking like a normal person. Like, that stuff, in that final moments, he looks like a normal person. I think that's why Batman kills him. Not because he's...
That came out of nowhere. Batman's gonna murder some citizens in Gotham.
No, he did it because it's like, okay, this
Batman's
is
gonna
one.
find everyone
This is the
to
one final time, because I don't think he wants, because he realizes he's just gonna revert straight back to Joker, and he's like, okay, this guy's finally back. Time to end it here. Like, you know, in this guy's last fight, at
like,
least he can die a sane person.
I'm gonna see like Batman now going like take Harvey Dent out to dinner and like killing him once he sees Harvey Dent's like back to being insane. Like all Batman's goal is to get people.
Harvey Dent sort of came back during Hush, because Hush gave him the other side of his face back, and he looked like Lex Luthor.
Did he really?
Yeah, because he's bald and everything. When he first showed up, I was like, Lex Luthor! And he was like, nope, Harvey Dent.
The way you said that reminded me of Daffy Duck.
Lex Luthor! Overall, how does the Killing Joke rank for you?
Like on 1 to 10?
Or just like compared to Green Lantern books, since that's like all of you've read. What do you think about this compared to Cobra's Last Laugh? Don't go into story about Cobra's Last Laugh. We might do a sub podcast on that. But just what do you think?
I like the Killing Joke better.
Screw you. I like Cobra's Last
I
Laugh
like the
better.
Joker better as a character. I thought his character development was awesome.
Chuckles for the win.
But well, I told you why I didn't like into that book.
Yeah, which made no sense or reason for not liking it. You didn't even understand the epilogue.
I didn't understand the epilogue, but my reason for not liking it is a good reason.
No, it's not. It's a terrible reason. Anyways.
I'd say like out of 10, probably like the Killing Joke's probably like an 8.
Okay, we have all your Green Lantern books right there. What would you
That's
say
not
it's better
fair.
than? What would you say it's better
It's
than?
not fair because Hal's my favorite character, so you're asking
So it's
me-
not better than any of them.
It's probably better than Brightest Day. Brightest Day was a god-awful disappointment.
Well, was that because Hal couldn't lift up the White Lantern?
No, it's because they didn't know what to do with it. No Fear is alright.
You might want to look towards the mic with your mouth.
No
'cause-
Fear might be better than No Fear. Besides that, no. Everyone's better. Especially Rage of the Red Lanterns and Agent Orange. Those two books are amazing. Special, of course, probably the best one of the bunch, but...
Yeah,
Where does
but
it rank for you?
it's great as a Joker storyline. Like we were saying, it's a Batman storyline. There's tons of better Batman storylines.
Okay, but as what?
But as a Joker storyline, just Joker being the main character, it's great. It's amazing.
Yeah, but as a
And I'm
book,
super excited for the movie.
As a book. Well, if it even gets made.
It is. Bruce Timm said they're making it. And well, Bruce Timm, like, DC will let Bruce Timm do it.
They need to get Mark Hamill for it. Although I don't know how
They
you
do.
can make an hour and a half out of that.
That's the thing. This is perfect size for it. This is literally the perfect size for for an animated movie, because a lot of times they have to cut stuff out to where
Add
this.
stuff to that.
No, you won't.
Yes, you will.
No, you won't. This.
They literally did scene by scene. It'd be like an hour long,
Yeah, it's fine.
if that.
I'm fine with an hour-long Killing Joke movie. Just literally do scene by scene of this. Just recreate it. Take panels and just throw them up on the screen. That's what I want for the movie. They need to literally recreate the book, because this is one of the few books they can, because it's so short.
Barbara won't be scared though.
Did you say Robert? What?
Barbara won't be scared though.
Oh yeah, Barbara will just be a champ through it.
Yep, everyone else.
She'll get
will.
shot a spine, stare at him, be like giving him the
Still be
finger and
standing
everything.
up.
Yeah, still be standing up,
Not
giving
even,
him the
falling
finger.
down, just
It's
sitting
like,
there.
ugh.
When she beats Joker up, like that part of the storyline's completely gone.
Yeah,
They have to go shoot some other girl, and
Barbara has like the most intense look on her face during all of it.
he
Makes Joker cry.
Yeah,
Joker just starts crying during
he has
it.
to go shoot some other girl and take that guy's dad hostage to do the book.
And then somehow Jim Gordon comes and takes his place.
Yeah.
And that's like, they'll probably do something like that. I hope that, like, because they can literally just recreate the book.
Yeah.
Because it's so short and they need to. I really hope they don't pull some crap, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it's definitely one of the best Joker books. As far as a Batman storyline, it's
Not
good,
very good.
but it's not amazing.
But for Joker, yeah, it's probably the Joker's best work.
Yeah, it's definitely Joker's best
The
storyline.
dialogue will not disappoint anyone. The dialogue's amazing.
And the art's great.
Yes.
Anyways, that's our 20,000 subscriber special podcast. Again, I will be doing a 20,000 subscriber special, like, thank you video and stuff. Anyways, like I was saying,
He has to eat a ghost pepper.
for 20,000 subscribers. I ain't eating a ghost pepper. You see everyone else who ate ghost pepper? They did it for like millions of subscribers. I ain't eating no ghost pepper for 20, and every single person regretted it too. Ghost pepper oh gosh, I don't want to eat ghost pepper. Debbie. Oh. Anyways, I'm probably going to be doing a Q&A. But, thank you guys for listening. Really appreciate it. And as always, you can rate on iTunes. That helps a lot.
Yes.
I should probably start saying that at the beginning of the podcast, because we have like a total of 3 people who make it to the end.
What? You 3 people are my heroes. I want to be just like you.
Like, I think I can name the 3 too. I think Danny, Immature Shark, and SBO, I think, are like the only 3 that make it to the end. And then occasionally you'll have other people too.
Danny, SBO, and Immature Shark, you guys are the bomb.
Like, I don't know how many other people make it to the end, but those 3 like always comment stuff that happens at the end. So like, hey, they made it to the end. Either that or they skipped to it, which I don't think they did.
They better not skip to it. Oh, this episode will probably be like, you guys talk about killing Joke for a long time.
Yeah, but when we went on that whole tangent of who is the Joker, really.
It's Batman. It's Batman, and like, Batman cloned himself and didn't even know it.
And that's why I say it's impossible?
Yes.
You're saying he was like Krieger, he had a clone or something?
Or maybe Thomas Wayne cheated on Martha Wayne, and then he has a son who's Joker. And he went crazy when Thomas Wayne was shot.
So every single one of Batman's brothers is crazy, because Thomas Wayne Jr., who he claims to be his brother, and there's some evidence that leans toward it, but they're not going to answer that question. He's Court of Owl's guy, who says he's Bruce Wayne's brother.
Well, I didn't even know that.
That's why you should read the Batman books. They're great. But you hate Scott Snyder for some stupid reason. Because you read 1 issue of Death of the Family, and you're like, Scott Snyder sucks.
And it disappointed me severely.
Yeah, because you read the final issue of a storyline. Who does that?
I do.
Who doesn't read any issue and then just buys the final issue of a storyline? You're like the people that skip to the very end of the podcast, which I don't think anyone does. Because anyone that's willing to make it to the end just makes it. I don't think they skip. Like,
that's willing to make it. Just make it.
Like, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Just copying Markiplier or something, huh? See you guys.